potatoes. Yeah, staple in many, many households. And I want to do a bit of an experiment today. Hiya everyone, it's Samantha from Trying to Get By. What I want to do today is I cook potatoes in a variety of ways. I like them baked, mashed, I have them as chips, fries, little cubes. Depends on what I'm making. But what I've kind of been wondering is about the perception of how much potato you actually need for a dish, depending on what you're making. When you make a jacket potato, baked potato, you look at the potato and think, oh yeah, that's a good size, that'll do me for a meal. If you cook that same potato as mashed potato, for some reason, it seems to look less. And you end up cooking twice the amount of mash to still fulfill you. But then when you cut it up as chips, it looks one thing, and then fries, it looks... Anyway, what I'm going to do today is I have been to Asda and bought 5 potatoes that are pretty much the same size. Yes, I took my scales to Asda and I weighed them. It took me ages. And I've got potatoes that are approximately 225 grams, maybe a little bit over, a little bit under. And I'm going to cook all 5 potatoes in the 5 ways I've mentioned. So we're going to bake one, we're going to turn one into mash, we're going to do some chunky chips, we're going to do some skinny fries, and we're going to do some cubes. And then we're going to have a look and see what your perception is of, are they enough for a meal? Let's have a go and see what happens. So here are my 5 potatoes. So I'm going to take this one. This one, I'm just going to stab a few holes in. That one is going to go in the air fryer to be cooked as a baked potato. Done. This next one, I'm going to peel. Now, obviously, when you peel a potato, you're taking the skin off, but I'm pretty good at not taking much of the extra potato off. So let's peel this one up quickly, and this one is going to go into a pan, and then we are going to bring this one to the boil, cook it, and make some mash from it. So let's quickly finish that off. Now, if I were making mash at home, I would put these in the air fryer with a little bit of oil and make my own little skin-on chips, as in crisps. They're really quite nice. So there we go. So that's that. That's going to be just chopped up, popped in a pan. All good. Get myself my pan. In the pan, some water. That's going to be the mash. Next one. This is going to be my chunky chips. Now I'm going to leave the skin on everything else so that it's a fair, fairish comparison. So we're going to go quite chunky with these chips. And again, I will be cooking these in the air fryer. So there's our chunky chips. Next one, go for this one because it's easier, is going to be our skinny fries. So let's go a lot thinner for these. Whoop, sorry, I'm just knocking you there with my knife. Okay, mind fingers on the end. And let's get chopping these into little strips. That one making me slide, so safety first. Last little bit. Okay, already to me, that, if you kind of spread it around, if it was on a plate, for me, doesn't look as much as that. I think it's all about perception. Now the last one I'm going to do as diced. Again, you look like you're getting loads. If you had these on your plate with a dish, so you can tell what we're having for tea tonight. So there we go. Here is our potato selection, and I will get on with cooking all these and show you what it looks like when we're done. So what do you think, guys? Which portion looks bigger? I think I'd either go for the cubes or the skinny fries. I mean, it looks like there's a massive load, definitely compared to that. Definitely. Jacket potato and mash look sort of similar, but these two definitely look like you're getting more for the money. But they were all the same size potato. Just shows you it's a perception thing. If I was feeding a family, I would go for something like this. It would make the meal look loads more. It would look like it was stretching further. Let me know what you think. Is it just me? Am I going slightly batty? Who knows? Let me know. Thanks for watching. And if you're wondering what I did with all the potatoes that I cooked today, the mash is in the freezer, the jacket's in the freezer, the chunky chips are in the freezer, the skinny fries and the little potatoes are in here with a tin of tomatoes, a tin of beans and veggie sausages with a little bit of cheese that we had in the fridge left over, popped on top, in the oven, all sorted. Absolutely yum.